Hey there, Rockstar. Philippa Channer here, and today I'm pulling back the curtain to share the behind-the-scenes secrets that keep my small business afloat. Think of it like your favorite chef showing you their essential kitchen gadgets. Except we're talking about business tools, not food. From staying organized to handling clients and getting paid, we're covering all the bases. So grab a cup of coffee, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you can, please invite a fellow entrepreneur to join on the fun. Fair warning before I get started. I'm recording this when my kids are on spring break. So if you hear a few noises in the background, it's them having a blast, and I didn't want to stop them just because I need to record a podcast. It's my family and they deserve to have fun too. All right, so let's get started and dive into the kind of the tools that I'm using. The first one I want to start with is my organization headquarters, my organization HQ. And this is for keeping my business brain in check. Being a small business owner is like juggling a million things at once. We've got projects, clients, deadlines. It's enough to make your head spin. So organization tools are your sanity savior, helping you get everything out of your head and into a system that really works for you. So this lets you focus on the big picture, not just putting out fires all the time. So the first one I use, which is a really big one, and when I wrote it down, I was just like, how do I list all these? And I was like, well, I just need to start at the top. And that's Google Workspace. So if you're familiar with Google and all the tools it has, you know what I mean by saying it's a lot of different stuff. The list is endless, really, of all the different tools that Google has at your disposal to help with your business. So it's my lifeline. It's like my Swiss Army knife of business. You've got emails, calendars, documents, spreadsheets, analytics, everything. Everything. I use Google Meet for all of my online meetings. I use Google Gemini to help with some of my AI writing suggestions. It's endless of all the different things I'm using Google for. So that is my main organization tool that I use in terms of just the operations of the business. And it's easy to share with my virtual assistant as well. It's really easy for her to just be able to be a delegate on my account and help me do what I need to do. The next organization tool that I use that, again, I feel just as on fire about is ClickUp. I use ClickUp for my project management. Okay, so I'm a bit of a project nerd. If you know me at all, you know I've always loved different to-do lists and tools out there. I have a very long list of to-do lists that I've tried, and I've used ClickUp, I want to say, for the longest out of any tools that I've used. And it helps me just organize everything from my client works, planning this podcast, even my crazy ideas for future stuff and how I'm improving the Empower Her program, tracking all the stuff for my clients. It's perfect. If you love lists and it gives you the ability to color code and give you different views on how you view all the stuff that's coming up, ClickUp is your jam. And you're going to love it as well. It's even got documents. If I didn't have Google Docs, I would be using their docs in there. I actually have all my podcast scripts are documents within ClickUp. It's an amazing tool that could help you just organize a lot of stuff. And you can email from it as well. So, it's helpful. And then now we're going to dive into the client side, and this is where we handle business and bring in the money. So clients, as you know, are the lifeblood of your business, right? Without your clients and them paying you, you wouldn't be in business. It would just be a hobby and doing things for free. So the tools that streamline how you interact with your clients make a huge difference. From attracting new leads to getting paid on time, the smoother your client experience, the happier they're going to be, and the more likely they're going to come back and refer others. And of course, the happier you're going to be for managing your business, right? So the tools that I use here, I've got two again. The first one is going to be HoneyBook. This one changed my life. From sending proposals to getting contracts signed, accepting payments, HoneyBook makes client management a breeze. Plus, it looks very professional, which is a win as well. Again, same thing, I can email directly with my clients right there. You have the ability to set up amazing automations that make it so much easier and just streamline your engagement with your clients as they onboard, as they go through your process. My Empower Her program, it's a 16-week program. And so I have to send emails to each person, depending on when they start the program, there's week 1 has an email so they can prepare and know what we're going to talk about. Week 2, week 3, week 4, all the way to week 16. And if I had to send those manually every single time and keep on track of where each client was and on the progress, it would be mind-numbing. And so being able to set up an automation in HoneyBook to take care of all that for me is, again, a win. And so between HoneyBook, ClickUp, Google Workspace, we've got my business going. And next we have QuickBooks. Of course, taxes are no fun, but QuickBooks makes it less painful, tracking income, expenses, and all that important stuff. Now, while HoneyBook is taking care of my invoicing, it is linked directly to my QuickBooks because QuickBooks is going to take care of all the stuff HoneyBook isn't. For instance, all of my expenses. Every time I pay something, if I pay somebody with check, that obviously needs to be through QuickBooks. If I need to pay my subcontractors, that's through QuickBooks. And so easy. And then I love my bookkeeper who's helping me maintain that as much as possible and getting my reports ready for taxes. So don't ignore this until tax season. And you can ask me how I know not to ignore it till tax season. But that is one of the important things. The important side of your business is your finances. If you're not taking care of your finances, managing it right, tracking it right, you have no business. Again, it's just a hobby and money coming in, money going out, and you don't know why. All right, so the next tools I want to talk about is making it pretty. Basically, the visuals matter when it comes to your business. And so what tools am I using to make all of my marketing pretty? So first impressions count. In a crowded online world, having polished visuals for your brand helps you stand out and it helps build trust. So don't be intimidated. There are some user-friendly design tools that make it easy to create eye-catching graphics, presentations, and videos that look like a pro did them. So first, of course, I have to start with Canva. I'm not a designer, but Canva makes me look like one. Social media graphics, presentations, you name it. The templates that they have, the drag and drop, make it super simple and easy to produce some great high quality looking material that you have at your disposal to distribute or post at any time for your business. You name it. If there's anything you need to do for your business, from a small business card to a very large banner, Canva's got you covered. You just need to make sure that you know what your brand colors are, your fonts, and then have it set up so that you make no mistakes and you're always sticking on brand once your brand kit is established. But Canva's got you covered. They can even do video. I can do a whole series on just Canva alone, but I'm sure there's tons of series already out there to help you know how to use Canva to its fullest. So now when it comes to video, while Canva does do some video, it's very basic. You can't really edit a video in Canva. You can kind of add a clip, make it shorter, make it longer, add some music behind it, but you're not really doing some editing. So for some editing, and again, these are web-based platforms that are easy to use. We're not talking like Final Cut or anything like that. My go-to video editing platform has been WeVideo. I've been using WeVideo for several years. For when I need fancier video editing, like for a client project, WeVideo is definitely my go-to. It's cloud-based, means I can edit it anywhere, which is key when you work from a laptop as much as I do. And I can log on multiple devices. And then what I like about it so much is it is very user-friendly and easy to use. An example of how user-friendly it is, my kids, I've got 3 kids, and they all, watch YouTube all the time. That's what they consider watching movies. If they say, "Can I watch movies?" They're actually talking about watching YouTube, not actually, watching a movie. Anyways, they've been watching YouTube and they've always been impressed about what, some of the YouTube followers that they have that are sharing, like Roblox YouTubers and stuff like that. So they've been playing and said, "I want to create my own YouTube channel," and they did. So we let them create their own YouTube channel. We would monitor and the content that we'd be putting out. But when they first started, a lot of what they were doing was what they were watching. Was they would play Roblox, they would record themselves, and then they would edit the video to post on their YouTube channels. And very minimal teaching that I had to do. They were able to pick it up very quickly and edit their videos, export them, get it on YouTube. Super easy. Now I understand that they are younger and kids just gravitate to technology and pick it up really fast, but I promise you if they can do it, anybody can. So those are my 2 make it pretty. platforms that I go to. The last category that I'm going to share on today is podcasting power, all the things podcast creation and promotion. Now, podcasting is just one of the content formats. And so if podcasting is not for you, that's fine. But I'm telling you, it has worked significantly for many, many people, including myself. So if you are looking for different ways to expand your content delivery and creation, I want you to highly consider podcasting. So if podcasting is part of your marketing mix, you know it can be incredibly powerful, but it's also time consuming. The right tools can cut down the tedious tasks, letting you focus on creating amazing content. From editing audio like a pro to automating and sharing the process, these tools will take your podcast to the next level. They have for me, and I think they will do the best for you too. So there's 3 tools I want to share in this category. The first is going to be Descript. Descript is what I use, and I just record my podcast directly into it, and it can be used for editing audio, and because editing audio for me and probably for others, it used to be tedious. Descript has been a game changer for me. It transcribes everything, so I can easily edit it by deleting just a text, not fiddling with waveforms and all that stuff. It's so magical. You just look at the text as you're listening to it. You know when you're recording it, you said a sentence or you said a section, and you're like, I didn't like how I said that. And you just keep going and you just, say it over again. With Descript, you can just find that text portion and just delete the part. And it's so, for me, every time I do it, it's seamless from the last word I said to the next one. You can't tell where I just, chopped up a bunch of stuff. And it's been a game changer. Same thing for videos. I have done some videos where I've recorded my videos in there. Same thing, editing it is the same way, just deleting the text, and voila, it's fixed. Amazing. And it gives you so many different formats to export into as well. Great quality. I can't say enough. I'm not doing enough justice for telling you all the different tools and features that Descript has. But check it out. You'll see, if you just look at their website, you'll see all the different features it has. The next one for my podcasting is PodSqueeze. PodSqueeze is an AI podcasting tool, and podcasting can be a lot of work. So PodSqueeze, what it does is it takes the busy work off my plate, and it helps. Now I understand Descript works from transcripts, so I don't necessarily need the transcripts that PodSqueeze is providing, but that's just one of the 12 different texts that it pulls from after you're done recording. So you've got your transcripts, you've got show notes, you've got the key points, you've got timestamps, social media posts, it creates blog posts, newsletters. It is just amazing how much text that it provides. After you upload your podcast, it listens to it, and then it spits out all this text for you. Now, I do have to go through, just like any other AI tool that out there that you use, I do have to spend some time looking at what it spit out and just rewriting it, tweaking it here and there. For some reason, my name, Philippa Channer, Channer. For some reason, it keeps hearing Tanner, so I have to, fix my last name often. Sometimes it will spit out content in the way where it says a lot of, in this business, we do this, we do that. And I'm like, it's just me. I want to say I want to make it more personal. So I would change like that tense. But the little stuff like that, if I have a guest on the show and, their name, the usual AI little blips that happen, you'll have to fix those. But you've done 95% of the work just by loading it into PodSqueeze and taking what it's got and then just fixing it and tweaking it. Can't recommend that tool enough. And then the last one for my podcasting tools is the actual podcasting platform I use, which is Libsyn. I use Libsyn. It's a reliable backbone of my podcast. I've used it since I launched my podcast. And it handles the hosting. It gets my show out to all the listening platforms very easily. I've got my embed codes, and it's just been a great tool. And I have no reason for me to go anywhere else. And the amount that I pay each month has been great. And so that platform has really helped me a bunch. And so those are the main tools. Now, that's not the only tools, but I wanted to give you the overview of the main tools, where if I didn't have how many tools did I just mention? 6 plus 3, 9. Yes, the 9 tools I just mentioned, I wouldn't be able to run my business if one of those were to just drop. I would be put back a few weeks of progress trying to find an alternate tool if I lost any of those. And so that's a lot to remember, it's a lot to process, but it's not about having every tool out there. That's what I want to emphasize today. You don't want to have all the tools, especially if you're paying for them. Start with the free ones, see if it works for you, and if it doesn't, try out another one. But you want to start with the ones that are going to solve your biggest pain points first. And a little secret, the best tools are the ones that you actually use. And speaking of goodies, I need you to tune in next month for all the secrets on customer acquisition and retention. You know how to get those awesome clients and keep them coming back. So make sure that you are subscribed to our channel so you don't miss out on the series. Until then, please stay organized, go get those clients, and make something awesome happen. Have a great week.